Quick question. I'm trying to come up with an analogy for Republicans. So I have a couple to choose from. Answer could be or both or and. So, number one, they're kind of like a health insurance provider, constantly getting in between the kinds of care that you're entitled to or stop you from getting better coverage and denying you coverage that you should be getting with your tax dollars. That's number one. Or are they a cancer? I'd argue they're a cancer on the government because fundamentally, the government is supposed to be of the people, by the people, for the people, but they're kind of like sucking on the system and weakening it by being bad faith actors all the time. You know, putting on a show like they actually stand for anything, but when they actually engage in actions, they hurt the nation. Look at what's going around and tell me I'm wrong. If you haven't been paying attention, I'm not interested in what you have to say. But if you have been paying attention, and you've been paying attention to like the executive orders, the ICE illegal kidnappings and illegal detentions, and slavery for profit for this Geo Group and whatever this other one is, which the administration has stock in, like they actually benefit. Like Stephen Miller has stock in Palantir, the company that is doing all the surveillance to grab people. I would argue maybe they're like both. Yeah. And they're constantly calling out claiming to call out the radical left, but I think the radical left is pretty damn reasonable if you ask me. I think what's radical is expecting people to constantly accept less and pay more. I think what's rational is having things like universal health care, which costs about half of what we currently pay and works better, and cuts out the unnecessary middleman like the health insurance companies. There's no reason for them to exist. Tell me what they do besides deny care. They're unnecessary, they're rapacious, they take money off the top, they make money by, denying care. It's a for-profit system. Why do we have anything that's remotely for-profit that's involved in healthcare? Explain that. I mean, I think that's a pretty radical position to say that that should be the case. But again, that's part of the right-wing political project. They want everything privatized. And they want slavery again. And they're doing it. And that's evil and illegal. And it should be illegal for them to be in office because they don't like government. They are an anti-government extremist fascist party. And they are killing people. So what happens when people break the law? For people that are big fans of the so-called law and order party, which has always been a farce. I've never seen more of a group of high-profile criminals that are lawmakers. Tell me how that makes sense. Anyway, what do you think? Are the Republicans more like health insurance? Or are they more like a cancer? Or both? Or and?